Across the world, it doesn't matter where you are, in executive boardrooms, in offices and suites, there's a discussion going on about how to make sure that you treat people fair and equal. And I know that sounds like a great thing to do. You treat your employees fair and equal, and therefore they're going to give the returns. They're going to understand that this level gets this certain type of attention, and this level gets another type of attention. The challenge with that discussion, or the thought that you need to treat people fair and equal all the time, often causes an indirect proportionally poor performance level, not the opposite. I was just sitting with an executive of a company who has a global footprint, about 900 employees, and he was talking about how he's always tried to treat his employees fair. Well, he just bought a UK company and he also bought a Cambodian company. And the challenge is if he treated them both fairly, he would not get the returns he's looking for. What I suggested to him was that he looked at the world a little differently, and we started a discussion about his children. He has a boy and a girl, and during his course of his life, he has tried to treat them fairly, trying to give them the same opportunities each way, all the way up the rung. At one point, he actually gave them a tremendous amount of money, where he wanted to see how they would invest. And again, being equal, he gave them both the same amount. The boy ended up taking the money and being somewhat irresponsible. He bought cars, he went out lavishly and had fun, while his daughter ended up getting a return on that investment of about 30%. Now, it's very easy for you to see at this moment that, well, maybe you've got to treat them differently. He had challenges with this. And after some discussion, he started to see that his son needed some different type of attention than his daughter did. Well, it's no different in business. When you go to work every day, you've got a group of people who work with you. They could be working directly with you or through other reports. The challenge is if you try to treat them all equally, they won't get what they need. Now, while I was raising my children, I have two boys, one's now 20 and one's now 21, and we did this exact same thing I'm going to share with you, is we looked at both of them and said, we're going to be fair, but we're not always going to be equal. When your brother needs one thing, he's going to get that, and you may not. And when you need something else, it's not a matter of cost, you would get what you need. And through their lives, they've even understood that their brother gets what they need, not what they want or what's fair. And that has changed the course of their lives. Well, it will change the course of your life if you look at each individual person as having their own needs. So let's think about this. Let's expand it. If we were doing succession management, you would take them and treat them differently. If you're doing long-range planning, you would treat them differently. You're buying two organizations, you treat them differently. Entering into two different markets, you treat them differently. No matter what you do, there's an opportunity to be fair, but be unequal and give people what they need. My recommendation to you is to slow down, do your planning well, and come up with a solution that best fits the people that you're dealing with. With that, I think your life will change. Good luck.